Which apple reigns supreme?
Join the Latinos with attitude and gratitude. Los dos, bros, tacos. Tacos.
All right, we're back with another
Aquí
one.
estamos.
Another one. Got two guests today. Taco Supreme's back. And then we got Pedro, Pepe Toro, whatever you want to call him.
Mike Tyson.
What do we got going on today, Marcos?
Okay, today, everybody, we are going to try different apples. So there's different types of apples. We're going to try different ones, and we're going to see which ones taste good and which ones taste like jet. And then we'll let you know which ones to stay away from at the grocery store.
So we got 7 today we're going to go ahead and try. And before we get started, we do have the beer of the episode.
Como siempre.
Thankfully, it is sponsored beer again by CQ Contracting. Shout out Christine. It is Ricochet Brewing Lakeside Lager. This summer beer is ideal for enjoying lakeside with friends and good food. The light and clear body, along with hints of pine and citrus aromas and flavors, make for an easy sipping experience. Cheers to a good time. Locally crafted in the Shuswap Ricochet Brewing. All right.
I've been around there. It's nice area.
Yeah, I've never been.
Beautiful. BC.
Yeah, that's the can. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. All right.
It's pretty good. I'll pour some here for Roberta Pabs.
Good smell.
Nice paleo. Sorry, that pours terrible, man. I'm so sorry.
You're nothing but foam.
Oh, nice.
Sure, you don't want to try it?
I'll try it. Yeah, just... And then you're going to give a rating at the end. Just to let people know if you ever run into any of these.
Yeah.
Ricochet Brewing Lakeside Lager. Locally crafted in the Shuswap.
Yeah. It is very smooth. I definitely get lots of that pine aroma flavor.
I get not a lot of the pine aftertaste.
Yeah. Yeah, lots of pine coming in with me.
For the first time, this one's like not really bad. I'm not really liking the taste on this one.
I think this one is going to unfortunately be a little too low on my
I don't know what that...
It's a little too stiff, like too strong.
Yeah, it's got something overpowering that I'm just not vibing with it. It starts off decent, but then the aftertaste is what's killing me.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's the pine flavoring that's a little too strong. That's rubbing me the wrong way.
Sat in the barrel too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a pine barrel too.
Yeah. What do you think, Ben?
I don't know. It just,
You tried some?
yeah, I don't mind it, but I don't enjoy it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you drink beer very much? Not really.
No,
right?
I don't really drink at all that much. So.
If you drink anything, what do you like to drink? If you're
Mainly just gin.
gin. Oh man, see, and I think gin tastes like
But I don't drink it straight. I drink it with like orange juice or something like that. I like
classic. I got you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, shall we get
Let's
set?
get in with it. But before we go ahead, I wanted to know, what apples did you get for us today?
I guess we can go through the list. Yep, we can. I got the list here. I'm gonna go through it. Check it twice.
And shout out to Dia for going ahead and getting this done for us again and
Yes.
finding all the apples.
Production crew always working hard to get us these beautiful episodes to people. So we have, like you said, I think you said 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have 7 apples today. We have Envy apple, the Fuji apple, the Cosmic Crisp apple, Honey Crisp apple. We have Granny Smith apple, and the Red Delicious apple. And the last but not least, Ambrosia apple.
All right.
Okay, so I do have some information pulled up on these apples, and we'll talk about them as we taste them.
I'm excited for Grant Smith.
Yeah.
Too. Out of all these apples, which one would you guys say was the most expensive out of the set?
What would I think?
What would you think
Yeah,
would be the
I'm gonna
most expensive?
say the cosmic apple or whatever, the cosmic crisp one. Is that what it's called?
Okay. Yeah, Cosmic Crisp.
Yeah, I
So why would you say that?
Just got a crazy sounding name.
yeah.
Or the ambrosia apple, maybe.
Okay.
What do you think?
What do you think?
I'm going for the Granny Smith. because
It's the most
it's
expensive.
my favorite apple, and I actually have to go to the store for that one.
So you kind of know the price.
kind of have an idea of the prices sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, like it got like
Okay.
some background.
I have the list here, so I'm not gonna really say anything because I can see them.
but
then, you know what?
prices can be anywhere these days,
Yeah.
right?
We'll talk about them as they come up. But yeah, so you guys, so you said the Cosmic Crisp is the most expensive, and what did you say?
I'm gonna think it's the MV apple.
Envy. Okay, and then you said it's a Granny Smith. So because I saw it, I'm not gonna put a vote in. Okay, so we're gonna go. Do you guys have anyone that you want to try first? Anyone? Okay, I'll go top of the list. We're gonna go with Envy apples. All right. So where's the Envy? 3616.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
this
which apple?
one.
Hey, it's
Yeah.
Granny Smith, right? I just said.
All right, guys. So first,
Going ahead, guys.
I like the skin. You got the dots. It's got the red. Smells like an apple.
In the middle.
So according to the internet, according to Wikipedia, Envy is a trademark name of the Sicilate apple variety. It is a cross between a Royal Gala and a Braeburn. It was developed in New Zealand by Hort Research, submitted for patent in 2008 and patent in 2009. Field tests were done in New Zealand with United Kingdom, France, and the United States. Some trialing was done in Italy with organic cultivation. The Envy apple is mostly red with yellow specks. The peel is fairly thick and tough. More so than most other apples, the apple has a high juice content and will maintain its firmness while in storage. The flesh is a pale yellow and can take up to 10 hours to oxidize. The flesh will be crisp when ripe. It is a very sweet apple with low acid and a slightly flowery taste. The skin has lenticels, which allow it to breathe.
No, that was pretty good.
Everything that just described is what I just
Exactly.
felt out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Can I go one more on that there?
Super crisp, super juicy.
Cute.
That flowery sweet taste, right? And then like they said, like
like the best apple she could
thick,
find.
tough skin,
Yeah, you can
right?
definitely
You
feel
can
the
you
skin,
can totally feel that.
and the juice. You can feel how much it has inside of it too.
That's good.
It's a really good apple.
Now I want to change my choice. I feel like that one's probably the most expensive because it's like that felt fancy.
So that was the one I was thinking, but I almost feel like it's wrong because for the expensive, I think the Royal Gala is one of the more cheaper apples from what I remember, and that one tastes like it, and it's obviously a hybrid make of it. So I feel this was a made apple to import, but
Import. No,
it could be very cheap.
no, I'm pretty sure it was actually just like research and bred in New Zealand. They probably grew it.
All right, that was a solid.
It says USA on the sticker, so
Yeah, so we grow it in the USA, but like brought over.
So what are you guys ranking that apple? We usually do it out of 100.
Out of
just a
100?
random number.
100. Okay, I was gonna go 10. I would give a solid 85.
85.
We can say it wasn't like anything crazy for me, so I'd honestly give it like a solid 50.
Oh wow.
Okay. And what are you going with, you?
I was gonna go 70.
70?
Yes. Good flavor, good texture. I liked it all. I liked everything, but I don't want to score it too high. Had a nice sweet taste, but we gotta see what these other ones are. So I think 70 is a fair.
70, yeah. Yeah, I was going to go with a 60 because I thought same thing. It was good. It was a little bit over average for me. But I have a feeling there's going to be an apple in here that's going to...
Yeah.
And then I'm biased when it comes to these guys too. Granny Smith's obviously one of my favorites. So I'm having a little bit of a high hopes that something else might be able to push me towards
That's
that
what I'm
other...
saying as well, for just like a start off as
That
well.
bias
too.
is
So everybody's
go
done with
baseline.
Andes?
Yeah.
Do you want to call?
That's what I'm saying.
You want to call me? You can take this.
Alright, sure.
All right, so just gonna get rid of that batch there. We're gonna move on. I'm gonna go down to the ambrosias.
Ambrosia.
We're gonna do the ambrosia.
Alright. Ambrosia. This one's got a pretty crazy
Okay.
name too.
Yeah, ambrosia apple.
everybody. So ambrosia is cultivated variety of or cultivar of apple originating in British Columbia. So this one's probably closer to home to us. Canada in the early 1990s. The original tree was first cultivated by the Manel family of the Coston, British Columbia, who discovered it growing from a chance seedling in their orchard. It is named after the mythical food of the Greek gods. The apple has favorable characteristics of color, juice, content, sweetness, and overall flavor, making it one of the most commonly purchased apples in numerous countries. Okay.
I definitely get more of a sweet flavor from that apple compared to the last one.
I feel like it's
Like the
not-
texture.
I feel like it's
better
not
than
as
last
crisp.
Yeah, it's softer, for sure.
Softer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the juice.
I don't know. I like crisp apples. So
Me too.
It's like
I do prefer the MB apple over this one.
I like the texture of the MB apple over this one.
Yeah, this is just it's slightly too
the
soft.
skin is thinner, so that's like more desirable than the envy apple in my opinion. But otherwise, it's like, yo, I still would. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't really like the texture of the apple.
It's soft.
It's very well. It's not super soft, but I find it kind of grainy towards the end of the bite.
Turns into an applesauce.
Nah.
I was saying. Yeah, so it says here that it's
One was like, probably like.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what?
yeah, we got a lot of apples to try. So
With that one, actually, I think I might change my rating for the envy apple.
Putting up
Is
that
that a
more.
thing? Can you do that?
Yeah, you can always go ahead
to-
and go back because obviously
I think I give
Unique into
the
things.
envy apple a 70, and then I'd give this one a 50.
fair, right?
all right.
That's why I didn't want it because it was a good apple, right? But I was like, I gotta try the rest of them because I'm like, it was really like. But this one, the flavor was not bad. Honestly, the flavor on
It
this
was
one,
similar.
No, it's very. It
It was close.
But
It was
You can
similar.
taste that it's a
but
little
the
more.
texture of that apple is just not the.
It's like a plain apple, you know.
Yeah, like I just don't know why. Like it's just,
Yeah, there's
it's
not a
very-
whole lot going for
Yeah.
it.
Applesauce is the best way to put it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Soft. The sweetness it's there, but not as great. I would
Yeah.
think.
That's like almost like you're trying to get rid of apples.
Yeah. That's a apple if you're trying to use it for something and you don't want to go all out and purchase the more expensive or mid-range
Your
apples.
neighbor gave you a bag of apples from your apple
no
tree.
doubt.
Yeah.
You're
Who else hasn't? I was gonna give mine 50.
okay. So we got 250s on that one. What are you going with?
That one, I'm gonna have to go with 7.
What?
Well, I do the last one 85.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit this one with like a. Wasn't that good to me? I think it's like a 43.
You got rid of
Got 43.
Yeah.
Very specific.
What's our next apple? A Fuji apple.
Oh, no, it's this one.
So we're on to the Fuji apple now. Is that what you
Fuji
got? All right.
is an apple cultivar developed by the growers at the Tohoku Research Station of the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry in Japan.
Well,
Fujisaki Aomaori. Sorry if I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. In Japan in the late 1930s and brought to remarket in 1962. It originated as a cross between two American apple varieties, Red Delicious and Old Virginia Rawls Janet. According to the U.S. Apple Association website, it is one of the most 9 popular apple cultivars in the United States. Its name is derived from the first part of the town where it is developed, Fujisaki. I like this texture.
I was gonna say I like the texture of this one, but
But even compared to that first Envy,
I think that first one's still doing a little bit better. So I think I give this one a 65.
but this
Like-
is still different from the Ambrosia.
Mhm.
It's like right in between. It's like it still
Yeah.
has that Christmas from the envy,
But it's not as grainy.
and it's a lot more juicy,
Exactly. Yeah.
but it still has that skin, like the.
But the flavor, it's actually not that like
not as thick.
Yeah.
pow. It's got a subtle flavor to it.
Exactly.
It's still sweet.
It's very sweet,
Yeah.
but it's not. It doesn't like instantly.
I like this apple.
For me, I feel this one's the closest to what apple juice tastes like, but
Oh wow!
without the very sweet.
As soon as you said that, it
flavor.
kind of yeah.
I mean, that's the picture that they put on the bottle.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like the same.
So yeah,
apple.
I think that one for me is a 65 for that apple.
I'm gonna go 80.
80. What are you thinking, too? I'm gonna go in one more time.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
I
needed
I'm
a
having a hard
second
time.
for that one.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 75.
All right.
Fuji apple.
What about you?
Economy.
It's tough, right?
That's
good.
Envy is still my favorite, but this one was better than the Ambrosia. I'm
Right.
gonna give this one a 50.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't as
It wasn't
great as that.
crazy,
Envy.
yeah.
Because I like a little tartness to my apples, which is why I really love the Granny Smith. It's sour and sweet, and that Envy apple is the closest one to what I would want in an apple so far.
I did feel like that one was a little more acidic too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, this beer's not that pleasant.
yeah, it's okay. There's better that we've had on the episode.
This one tastes very IPA for me. I don't know why.
yeah, I
The
get
other
what you're-
IPAs we've had, they've not tasted very IPA.
Yeah, the IPAs we've had so far
I
were pretty good.
totally felt the same way. I was like, this tastes more like an IPA, like sugar.
Yeah,
But
it's just because of that pine.
Right?
I mean, it's
Can I try it?
overbearing.
You just see.
Overbearing, sorry.
So this next apple is a red
Yeah, like it
delicious.
tastes just like kind of like a tree.
That's actually a fair one, yeah.
Well, because it's supposed to have aromas of a pine, like pine tree and
Yeah,
citrus,
it's like
but
it's
it's
hot.
you've been
just
stranded for this long in the forest, you decided to make yourself some.
yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you run into.
What
so
is this?
what are we
The
on
red
right now?
delicious.
Red Delicious.
Red
So Red Delicious is a classic. I feel everybody.
What I will say, what I've
Most part.
noticed, out of all the apples, the red delicious and the honey crisp, they've browned a lot since
Yeah,
and I just cut them
nice.
before we
Mhm.
recorded. So this is
That's
like
true.
And
maybe
this one's really
15
soft
minutes.
too.
I'm gonna
This
say
is
right
super
now,
soft.
this is the worst one.
I don't like the texture too much of it, and it doesn't really have a crazy flavor.
Even the skin,
It's super average,
even the skin stuff.
Yeah.
and you can feel that on your teeth after. It's kind of chalky.
This is what I feel tastes like apple.
You think?
Yeah,
Huh? I'm gonna go
like
one more
cheap
time.
apple juice.
This is
There's
apple-
not-
It tastes like
apple.
apple drink.
This is apple
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Name
that
apple juice.
one.
No,
Apple drink.
I'm gonna give
50.
that. I'm gonna give that one a 25.
50.
25 and 50. Wow.
Like it's an apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump.
And if I wanted an apple and it was there, I
Wow.
could eat it.
All right.
that was bad.
I didn't think it was that bad, but I do think it's my worst one too. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna go with
it's not anything like.
I'll go with just
Pretty sure Family Guy
worst.
said that this was the worst apple out of all the apples. That's delicious. And I'm not gonna lie, that was bad. So grainy. Like,
Yeah, I can still feel it in my
worst-
teeth.
yeah. Worst texture. Skin was like piece of tape.
It's the worst thing.
piece of tape. Yeah, it was.
You were supposed to be delicious.
Yeah. Why did they
There was
name it
nothing
red?
delicious. It was red. It was red for sure.
So we didn't get any.
Oh, right.
on-
It's a variety of apple with a red exterior and a sweet taste, known as the Reds. In the industry, this variety is the result of a chance seedling. It was first recognized in Madison County, Iowa in 1872. Despite its name, it is not related to Golden Delicious. It is available all year round and is best consumed fresh or in salads. Oh, okay. I can kind of see it being in a salad, yeah.
Chunky.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Today, the Red Name Delicious covers
It's
more
like
than 50
cheese.
cultivars.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was the most
Cheese.
produced apple cultivar in the United States from 1968 until 2018, when it surpassed by Gala. It also lost the title in Canada at around the same time. Even so, it remains popular in Mexico and some Asian countries. Interesting.
It looks like the apple you see
Probably
in
for
real-
salads,
their
though, like
teachers and
you said.
stuff.
It
Yeah.
does seem like an apple you'd see a teacher have.
Yeah. And that's why it's probably like that.
It
Poor
says
Yeah.
That's why they're
That's
cheese,
why
man.
they're
That's the apple.
There, bro. Like, I don't even want this.
they're like, this is not even edible.
Oh, man.
Brutal. So we got 3 more apples. So before we go ahead, what I wanted to ask, sorry, but what were the prices on those first ones we tried so far? And you don't got to tell us the most expensive yet. I'm just curious to know what the prices were.
All right, so the first one we tried was the Envy, yeah?
Yeah.
So we are at $1.65 with the Envy.
Okay.
And Ambrosia, $1.14,
Oh wow.
right? We did Fuji, right?
Yes.
$1.72 for the Fuji.
Okay.
Red Delicious, $1.29.
So the Fuji's like the
The most
apple,
expensive
like,
one.
Currently out of what we've tried. And then the cheapest was the Ambrosia.
Right now it would be the Ambrosia.
Out of the ones we've gone through. So.
And I think
Why isn't
Ambrosia's
the Red
the
Delicious the cheapest?
Yeah.
that should have been.
That one
That's
felt
the trash
like,
apple.
Felt like they tried. to
No
make
wonder there you always see
They
a
tried to
worm in
make
a
an apple. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I was gonna suggest, because the Granny Smith does have more of a bias here, is should we do that one for next before
You want to do the
Yeah,
Granny
it's,
Smith?
it's,
We can
it's,
do next.
it's not a bad idea to go with that one, get it over with, because then our flavor profile
exactly,
change
yeah.
afterwards.
Okay, guys. As requested.
big fat piece.
So I think when it comes to the Granny Smith, these ones are mostly used too for like caramel apples and like the candy apples and stuff, right?
Those on the Fuji.
Those in the Fuji's, okay.
That's a good apple.
So,
Great apple.
Love putting some.
Granny Smith is an
Yeah.
apple cultivar that originated in Australia in 1868. It is named after Maria Ann Smith, who propagated the cultivar from a chance seedling. The tree is thought to be a hybrid of Malus sylvestris, the European wild apple with domesticated
I got
apple
one more.
Malus domestica as the pollinizer. I'm sorry. The fruit is hard, firm, and with a light green skin and crisp, juicy flesh. The flavor is tart and acidic. It remains firm when baked, making it popular cooking pie apple. Used in pies where it can be sweetened, the apple goes from being completely green to turning yellow when overripe. And the U.S. Apple Association reported in 2019 the Granny Smith apple was the 3rd most popular apple in the United States.
Yeah.
So I butchered that.
now I know what you see when I'm always fucking up when I was reading on the beer cans and
Yeah,
stuff
man.
a few times. Whatever I was saying.
Pasteurizer.
Yeah, basically.
That one's definitely my favorite apple still so far.
Yeah,
That's
I wanted
so
another.
good.
that
That's
Gonna
actually
give
so
that
good.
one 85 for me.
time. All right,
And the skin,
95.
95.
the skin is so good.
It's good. It's a nice crisp apple. The flavor's really well. Like,
That acidity, I honestly
Exactly.
would love to make it into a pie because the sugar
89
and everything else is
It's
going
gonna
to dull it
spread
down and
around,
make it
yeah.
just that perfect medium rare.
Okay, and yeah, and this one's my favorite too. I'm gonna go with
I don't think anybody like this one.
not a clean plate.
We're giving these to the little kids out there. None of the little kids got this one.
I'll go 88.
Regardless of
That was so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that's definitely the best apple.
It's sour though, right?
It is sour, but I like.
Why do you guys like it? Why? I don't know. I like that. I like the sour.
Yeah, I like that. And what was the price on that one?
$1.32.
So still not the.
So still, I thought that one was still.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, third best. I mean,
Yeah.
makes sense.
All right, now it's the next apple we got.
Next one.
So we got 2 apples left,
Honey Crisp.
and Cosmic Crisp. Both of the crisps.
All right. So this one kind of browned a little bit
Let's see how crisp.
compared to the Cosmic. Cosmic.
Is this, Honey Crisp? Okay.
This is the honey. Yeah.
I have crispy
So,
apple.
Malus
Right.
pumila is an apple
Like,
cultivar
right
developed
up into my mouth.
at the Minnesota Agriculture Experiment Station's Horticultural Research Center at the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. Designated in 1974 with the MN 1711 test designation, patented in 1988, and released in 1991. The Honey Crisp, once slated to be discarded, has rapidly become the prized commercial agricultural product, as its sweetness, firmness, and tartness make it an ideal apple for eating raw. The apple wasn't bred to grow, store, or ship well. It was bred for taste, crisp, with balanced sweetness and acidity. It has larger cells than most apple cultivars, a trait which is correlated with juiciness, as larger cells are more prone to rupturing instead of cleaving along the cell walls. This rupturing effect is likely what makes the apple taste juicier. The Honeycrisp also retains its pigment well and has a relatively long shelf life when stored in cool, dry conditions. Pepin Heights Orchards delivered the first Honeycrisp apples to grocery stores in 1997. The name Honeycrisp was trademarked by the University of Minnesota, but university officials were unsure of its patent status. In 2007, it is now the official state fruit of Minnesota. A large-sized Honeycrisp will contain about 116 calories, 490 kilojoules of the amount. Oh, wow.
That feels like how an apple should feel.
Wow.
That was really good.
I
That one-
still don't think it's better than the Granny Smith.
No.
That was God. God damn.
I was gonna say for me, that one's definitely
Wow.
75.
So
75.
I give the Granny Smith 95. I give that one 93. I see
nice.
why you went the odd numbers. Like sometimes it's that tricky.
Yeah, it helps it break down the ratings. Dude.
Yeah.
Because like it's got
Tastes
that
good.
same crispiness, but it's not as tart, so it's almost like the mood that you're in.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
yeah. This
It's like
one's a
you've
little
got
sweeter too.
The two best of the best.
I like
Like,
this
which do you pick?
It
That
isn't
day?
good at
What are you feeling?
And like I said, the feeling of this one feels like how an apple should feel. You know?
It feels like the texture's like one of those
Like this is what I would put in my lunch bag, and the Granny Smith's what I eat at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah. No, this tastes really good.
Because like they said, like it's that easy to just eat.
Yeah.
Just without like slicing it,
This one is
salt and
Idiot.
Yeah.
whatever else, right? Hot sauce.
Yeah. This one is pretty good too.
It's a good one. I do
I
like
think I'll give it a 79.
really good.
So that was the Honey Crisp.
Yeah.
That was the
Okay, so it's the Cosmic now.
Yeah, that's all that's left.
before we
Are
get
we
onto
going to
that one though,
space?
what's the price for that one?
Honeycrisp is $2.01
Oh, okay.
$2 and one
$2.01
cent.
Per
Wow.
pound
for one apple.
or for one? Oh, okay.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. Now,
I pay
as
less
Ab
than that
said-
for a bunch of bananas.
Now, as our uncle said, we're into space now.
We're in outer space. Now, when I went on the internet, they actually took me to the Cosmic Crisp website, which is where this apple's from. So it says it's the remarkable result of 20 years of study and research by the Washington State University's world-class tree fruit breeding program. Classically bred and grown in Washington State,
It's a smart
freaking ass.
the Cosmic Crisp is a cross of the Enterprise and a Honeycrisp variety. So what we just ate, I guess
So it's another
Hybrid.
Hybrid. Okay.
Juicy and red apple has perfectly balanced flavor and firm texture, making it ideal for snacking, cooking, baking, and entertaining. I don't know why I did that, but the striking color and shape of the Cosmic Crisp, I just bit my freaking cheek so hard. And fresh decor like wreaths, floral arrangements, and tablescapes. All right, let's try as well.
apple spawn that they make me.
So this one stayed more white compared to all the other ones. I think this and the Granny Smith are one of the two that really kept their.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That's very firm.
That's pretty good.
That one's definitely really up there for me. I like that one for sure.
Yeah. It's crazy how they all have their own taste.
This one you can tell has a lot of juice in it too.
Juicy. I was about to say
Very
this was
juicy.
juicy, yo.
Go ahead.
Very juicy.
Mm.
The skin on this one is my favorite.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
like perfectly easy to bite through, and it's not.
You don't get that weird.
this was my favorite.
Yeah.
Mm.
This was my favorite.
This
Your
one,
favorite?
I was gonna say, I think this one for me,
I could just any.
I like the texture of it more, but I still do prefer the flavor of the Granny Smith, so I have to give this one an 84.
It's the tartness.
Yeah. But that's where I'm lost on this one. If it was slightly more sour or tart, this could beat the Granny Smith.
I'm literally gonna go 93, 94, 95. 95 Granny Smith, 94 Cosmic, 93 Antichrist.
Top 3 for you. Nice. You going with the
Give this one a 96.
96.
So my ratings are high because apples are super good for you. So
That's
I
okay.
always recommend you eat one.
Hey, we all hit that Red Delicious pretty freaking bad. So
Dude, it was not
Like-
delicious.
No,
yeah, it was red.
Diamond guy was right.
I cannot say that I will ever buy that.
Peter was right, man. He knows his stuff about his apples, man. It was the trash. It's the
Cosmic.
trash apple.
That one's pretty good, man. I think I'm gonna go.
So how much?
80,
What's the Cosmic?
83.
What's the price of the Cosmic Apple?
The Cosmic apple is the most expensive one at $2.09.
I
Oh,
guess
nice. You got it, man.
Yeah, it's from outer space. That's why the name just made me
Gotta
feel
pay
like
that
that's
college tuition.
Alright, like you said, that's the college apple.
Yeah, he's a smart one. All right, guys. So you're gonna be quite surprised with how our ratings went and what we ended up getting number 1 with. So we have a tie for number 1,
What?
What?
which
Actually?
is which is gonna be the Cosmic Crisp and the Granny Smith at 350.
No way.
357 across all our rankings.
Yo, that is wild. No, Cosmic. Yeah, that is crazy.
But again,
I'm
Granny
surprised.
Smith though, champ.
And overall,
No,
for me, overall,
it's
the
clearly
Granny
Cosmic
Smith
Crisp and
still is. I prefer it more, but I wouldn't be mad if I got offered Cosmic Crisp rather than Granny Smith as well.
Well, now that I have done this, yeah, now I would 100%.
I know what apples I'm buying.
Yeah, right. I know what I'm looking for. So if you
But
come
see, you gotta
across,
think about the price point that you were saying.
No, it's
Exactly,
true.
though. The Granny Smith is worth it more than the Cosmic
It's
Crisp.
Yeah.
cheaper than the Cosmic Crisp, and you get
So-
similar quality.
Exactly.
recession times, we're getting the Granny Smith. But we got a little bit of spare change. We're getting that Cosmic Crisp apple, if it's available.
The only
Yes.
thing is that I'm surprised the Red Delicious didn't win.
I was surprised it wasn't delicious.
Because it's in the name. It's supposed to be good, and it was not.
Yeah, so Red Delicious obviously got last place, which was 140.
Shout out to the Fuji.
Yeah,
The
Fuji.
Fuji was a good one.
Was good.
Fuji was
good.
So as it goes, Honey Crisp is second place, and then third place would be the Empty Apple at 285. Fuji at
Empty.
fourth, 270. Ambrosia at fifth, 213, and Red Delicious is sixth place, 140. And then we had a tie for first
That
was the Cosmic
crazy.
and Granny at 357. Yeah. So there's not a 7th place just because of that tie.
That's
It's
wild.
crazy.
Hey, I would have never thought that.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't think
And
anything.
because we're all doing random ratings, so what are the odds that they all equal to the same?
Exactly.
Right? We're all
I
sitting
stand by it.
we're sitting there like, hey, well, if you do this much, then it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing, right? Because each of us are gonna have our own individual one. So even if we all hit it with like a freaking 50 or something, but then someone goes 100, you're still getting it close to that
Oh, yeah.
high-end rankings, right?
All I know is that those were 3 dang good apples.
Those were the last 3 were definitely my.
Hey, sorry,
The
I missed that. What was third place?
man?
Yeah. Second place?
I guess second place.
Yeah, was the Honey Crisp at 335.
The Honey Crisp was good.
So the crisps are obviously the best
Yeah.
way to go,
Yeah.
and then the
So if
Granny
you're at the
Smith.
grocery store and you find anything with a crisp in it, you're probably doing yourself a little bit of good. Obviously, if you find yourself with a Granny Smith, just make sure it doesn't have bruises on it.
If you're doing baking, the crisps are absolutely what you want. You want that slight
Baking,
extra
yeah.
tartness.
If you're making an apple
Go for
pie,
the Granny
yeah.
Smith.
yeah. If you want that, well, I mean, it's up to your palate too. If you want more of that sour
Goes in the
tartness,
tartness.
Granny Smith is where it's at. But if you want that really sweet,
Balance.
savory, well balanced,
The
savory.
crisps are definitely.
The Cosmic Crisp is definitely up your alley, and the Honey Crisp actually. The Honey Crisp, like in an apple pie. Ooh.
Y'all know how to make apple crumble?
Apple crumble? No.
Your aunt does.
That'd be sweet though.
I'm gonna have to bug.
Alright, so we're coming up to the end here of our episode, but we have one more ranking to give, which is going to be the beer.
Thing we have to do.
Mm.
We have to
Personally,
rate this
me.
Ricochet brew.
Yeah.
And this is probably for me the worst one we've had on all our episodes.
Oh yeah.
For
By
me,
far.
not even drinking as much. I did not like it. I didn't. It was too.
You're like, you know, I'm good.
yeah.
Now I know why I don't
like
drink.
drinking. Exactly.
This
That's
is why I don't
definitely-
drink beer.
For me, if we're giving it a rate out of 100, I honestly give it a 5.
Damn. Okay.
I did not enjoy it at all.
That's pretty rough.
It's funny that you say you were gonna give it a 5. I was gonna give it a
It's like you are not dragging
45.
in non-beer gas.
Exactly. You were pushing me further away.
I would honestly give that one probably 45.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
give it a 45.
I'm gonna match you guys on that.
No.
They just didn't reach my palate to be average.
It was like, okay, if that's the only thing at the party, then
Thank you,
I'll
Richard.
have one out of respect.
CQ contracting.
But after that
Yeah,
one, it's like, you know what?
Sir.
I'm gonna go get some different beers.
If you guys could try to find something that you did like about it, what would that be?
What we did like about the beer?
It was smooth tasting.
That was a
Yeah.
beer.
Say it was.
It went down smooth. It was just
It was
the
beer,
flavor
yeah.
was off.
I like that about it. It
Yeah,
was a
no,
beer.
I agree. It was smooth when it went down. It's just that aftertaste of
It's
pine
just-
was
I-
too strong.
I
and
didn't like
took
the
away
taste
from-
of it, but the feeling of it was definitely okay.
It was full body.
Like I got lots of thanks to this guy, so it's like
Yeah. It was foamy for him, but for us it wasn't.
it was like going to A&W.
Yeah.
I don't.
He
pour
got the
beers.
new bartender to pour for him today.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think that's it.
Is that it?
We're done.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Wow,
guys.
time flies.
No, always a pleasure, guys. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it was lots
We're here
of
at the
fun.
Taco House.
We're gonna
Thanks
do
for
it
coming.
again one more day.
Glad
One
to
more day,
contribute
one more
for the
time.
first time.
Yeah. Yeah. that was pretty
exactly.
sweet.
That was an interesting.
Yeah.
I did
That's
not
the first time that's
expect-
ever happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was really cool to see. You know, honestly, like I look forward to seeing a lot more of these and to having more guest appearances. Hopefully, you guys come around more. Anything else? You
I
know.
think that's it. On to the
Well,
next one. We'll see you guys
Thank you
next
very
time.
much. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for seeing Tacos.
Yes.
Which apple reigns supreme?
Join los dos bros. Oh fuck! I always fuck this up. Damn it.
Which apple reigns supreme?
Join the Latinos with attitude and gratitude. Los dos bros tacos. Tacos. What was wrong?